Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy. I'm Chris the Don One, and I am back with another video called. I would call these videos car vlogs. Okay, so we're about to get into this latest story, and you can read the article for yourself. The article will be in the link. Will be in the description. And the article was from BleacherReport.com. But before we get into Rick Pitino and Louisville basketball, Cardinals basketball, I have to state this: have a new channel. It's a comedy channel. It's a funny channel. Got comedy skits, things of that nature, stuff that I do on my Snapchat account. If you want to go check out that channel. It's Messy Media U, and I'm going to try to put the link in the description. But overall, I don't want to clutter up the description with not only with this article, but as well as the link to Messy Media U. But I'm going to try to do my due diligence. Subscribe and enjoy. You will not be disappointed, I promise you. Okay? Now, with that being said, let's get into today's topic at hand. Rick Pitino, as well as I believe the general manager of the Louisville Cardinals are on a unpaid absence. Okay, basically, in a nutshell, they're going to be fired. Okay, it's just not how they're going to get fired. It's not if they're going to get fired. It's basically when they get fired. And the basketball program has been investigated. It's bad enough that they sort of scathed away from the last investigation with this basketball team, with the paying escorts to do sexual favors for the basketball players. And Rick Pitino stated he had no knowledge of that incident. Now, a lot of people were sort of, on the side of Rick Pitino saying, well, hey, look, he's a basketball coach. He really don't know what goes outside of his program. So if somebody is doing something outside the walls of where he's responsible for, then he could use that excuse saying, hey, look, I can't watch everything 24/7. Certain things are going to slip. And that's pretty much was his excuse. Now, me personally, I hold him accountable for that incident. However, I sort of agree to disagree with his excuse. But like I said, he basically went on countless radio shows, TV programs, as well as releasing press statements saying that, particularly about that incident with the escort service, he had no knowledge of it. Okay, not to mention he was also in a scandal himself, having a sexual relationship with a female at a closed restaurant. He's still married to his wife. Now, that's between me personally. I don't think anybody should tell his wife or him how or what how they should handle that particular situation. That's between them. They're married, all right? We're not married to them. And I'm just pointing out the different types of events that have happened with Rick Pitino present, okay? Now, with this particular scandal, this is a pay-to-play. They're labeling this as pay-to-play. Basically, they are buying players for their basketball program, and it's also filtering out in other programs in Louisville. And, this is, before we get into this, I'm not saying that this should be an excuse for Rick Pitino, but we just need to let people know that college sports has always had this plaguing around them, okay? This notion of paying players to play for their programs, all right? It really doesn't matter if it's basketball, football, baseball, whatever. This cloud has pretty much have been looming around college sports, not just Louisville, but pretty much everywhere, all right? And some programs, this cloud should be hanging upon them, and then there's other programs out there that's doing it the right way, the clean way, and you know, they're doing it the way they're supposed to do it. Okay, now with Louisville, it's going to be up to 10 people that may face criminal charges if they find anything in the investigation. Okay, and we're talking about FBI. Now, there are people that are close to this that is suggesting that it's going to be some people implemented, and some people are going to be either paying fines or doing a time behind bars. Okay, because not only this is illegal in college sports, but it's pretty much illegal in society. Okay, and a lot of people are going to be facing some serious charges along the way. Now, let me tell y'all something real quick. There's two types of people that when the pressure gets tight, the mouths start to loosen a little bit, because these two types of people do not want to go to jail. They do not want to go to prison. So they will say and do anything to keep their tails out of prison. And on one side of the spectrum, which we all, if you're in the same circles as I am, it's people that are that don't have the resources or the finances to get them out of situations. And on the side of the spectrum, you got people such as Rick Pitino and others who have the money, who have the resources to get themselves out of certain situations. Okay, so those types of people are going to figure out somehow, some way to not do any time whatsoever in prison or in jail. And if it means that they're going to rat out people, they will rat out people to save their tails. I'm just stating the obvious, and that's how some people are. All right. Now you have other people out in the world that not only will do the crime, but they will do the time, and they would not snitch on anybody. And I'm not saying it's a wrong and a right way. People shouldn't have that analogy of themselves, but there are some people out there that don't mind spending time in jail, okay, knowing that they're going to be taken care of when they leave jail. You understand what I'm saying? And when you're dealing with, let's just say, the Rick Pitino type of people, they're going to say and do anything to save their tails. As of right now, they really don't care about being fired, because even if they're fired, they're still going to get their money. Okay, and they already have money. Okay, so they really don't care about losing their status with the university, because when it's all said and done, if you know the right people, and if you got the right money, you can make things go away, or make people forget about things. Okay. On the other hand of the equation, those types of individuals really don't necessarily care about the position they just lost, because they know they're going to either they're filthy rich, or they can just go into some other line of work in that type of a setting. Okay, they may not be college basketball coaches, or general managers or agents or whatever the case may be. But they can move up into different ranks like professional or amateur, whatever the case may be. And they can also go into media, right? So they don't really care about their job, but they really do care about serving time, okay? Serving any type of time is not only jeopardizing their freedom, but it's also jeopardizing their credibility. Because if Rick Pitino serves, let's just say, a month in prison or a month in jail, it's a wrap for him as a college basketball coach. It's a wrap for him to be a college, an NBA coach. And it's almost a wrap for him to be an NBA analyst for ESPN, TNT, or Fox, NBC, whatever the case may be. Okay, if these accusations turn out to be true. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this, and I'm going to close the stream. What's going to ultimately happen in this situation? People, when the pressure gets at its tightest, and when they got enough evidence to start indicting people, and make no secret, people such as Rick Pitino and others, they have high-priced lawyers. That these lawyers have people on the inside of the FBI, police, whatever the case may be, in government, that will give them the heads up a lot quicker than you and I. All right. So when that moment and when that day comes, you're gonna hear a lot of things on social media as well as television, or however you get your news, where somebody is going to be the mole and somebody is going to be a witness for the FBI's case on the other individuals. All it takes is just one individual to turn everything. And usually it's the person that is going to lose a lot, okay? Or it's going to be an individual that can't afford to lose a lot. It could be Rick Pitino himself, because like I said earlier in the stream, I just quoted you guys a lot of things that have happened with Rick Pitino, right? So it's one of those things that, unfortunately, if this turns out to be true on Rick Pitino, he's going to lose the most out of everyone, okay? And there's no way of him coming back from that. No matter, like I said earlier, it's a wrap for him to being a coach on any type of level. It's a wrap for him to be an analyst on any type of level, all right? Maybe in the gambling outlet, like in Las Vegas, they may give Rick Pitino some work, but because he has a bigger name versus the other individuals that are being indicted. They do not have big names. Other institutions, other organizations can't make money off of these individuals if this stuff turns out to be true. But if you go it to be, it's an epidemic. It's something that we need to extinguish, clean out of our programs. But it is what it is. You're going to hear people say that. And then the other shoe to this is somebody is going to snitch, because when the pressure gets at its most, when it gets the tightest, when it gets the brightest, and nobody don't want to serve that jail time, somebody's going to snitch. It's either going to be somebody that's going to lose, that's in risk of losing everything, and they don't have multi-million-dollar contracts, or it's going to be a high-profile name like Rick Pitino that's trying to save what little he can save, which is his reputation. And his reputation is dwindling every minute since this accusation has came out, okay? But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. Please hit the notification button, the notification bell, so you'll know when my next video or live stream is going down. It's your boy. I'm Chris Don One. Do not forget to subscribe and enjoy Messy Media U, my new comedy channel on YouTube. Peace, guys.